You catch the update? You catch the Street Fighter update yesterday?
Do you want my honest opinion?
Yeah, I think Oro looks really cool.
Okay.
I think Akira looks really cool, and I like Luke. I don't care what the rest of the world has to say. I
Yeah.
think he looks cool.
Well, yeah, I think most people on Twitter were favorable. They were liking what they were seeing.
No,
right?
most people hate it.
Really?
Yeah, most people hate it.
Oh, that's not what I saw. Okay.
I saw a lot of people praising his gameplay, but hating his looks.
Okay.
And I made a tweet. I said what I said. I like all kinds of fighter designs. I like classy, like tie, suit, suspenders, all of that clean SNK drip. Love that. I believe it or not, even though Melty Blood is currently under fire for like the lack of drip or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
I like that too. I'm a fan of the normal clothing.
The regular style, yeah.
Because it's like fighting games have been the same kind of style for a very long time now, and what was popular at the time were people in karate gis and people wearing martial arts clothing. That's what was big. That's what fighting meant when Street Fighter 2 popped off. MMA is now synonymous with martial arts and fighting in the modern context, but it just wasn't around at the time.
Yeah.
If it was, it would be just as like quintessential. A ripped gi, a Shaolin uniform, all of that, and an MMA gear person would be parts of what fighting game identity is.
Yeah.
But the time was off. So it came later, so then those characters started showing up later. And I think that it has a place. It's an archetype that deserves to be there, especially because in real life, that's what's cool now. That's what is like representative of what I think of when I think of a real life fighter.
Yeah.
I think that's dope, and like anything that like acknowledges and moves in that direction is like acknowledging reality. I like that shit. I think it's super dope. Also on the character level, like I've never had any animosity towards a grappler Baki style hot-blooded Batsu
Yeah, you'd be down
protagonist.
for that. You'd be down for that.
Angry fight boy, Guy Tendo. Yeah, I've always been cool with that kind of character. The fiery type. So I'm down. I'm super down. And then he's got the rapid punches and shit. I heard the Popeye arm stuff. I'm like, yeah, they've always had exaggerated proportions. I don't find it that, like, I think that, like, I find that a pretty, like, there's shots where it looks bigger than others, but it's not that over exaggerated by comparison to like Abigail or something.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm expecting he's probably going to just be like the Alex of the new Street Fighter 6. Alex was the new generation, the new entrant, and like the new poster boy, but the veterans exist, and I expect he's going to be that, the new poster boy, but the veterans exist. And I also thought initially I was like, man, Max is already on some fucking wild shit with his crazy theories again.
Theories, yeah.
And then it's like the more you look at it, the more it kind of goes, or he might be onto something. And there's two main reasons why. One, the star at the beginning of the trailer, and two, the first thing that happens when the Capcom logo shows up,
yeah, you can
is the
see
flame
the
that
shot.
goes across, which is Captain Fire. A Captain Fire blast shoots across the Capcom logo. So that is pretty close.
Could be.
And the color scheme of Capcom, blue and yellow, are what he's wearing.
Yeah.
I want to be a man like him. It's not the craziest thing. Zeku was the first Strider.
Yep.
Captain Commando already has a costume in the game. It wouldn't be crazy to think, okay, Street Fighter 6, they're trying to make Captain Commando like return in some form because it hasn't been a thing. I can totally see it.
Are they ready to have Street Fighter All-Star for the next game? Something like that, where it's like we're bringing it all and no numbers.
Also, the Rook thing is he's not Rook. That's what the producer came out and said.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So also he's got dog tags, so he is possibly a commando or a captain. You know what I mean? Anyway, but you didn't say what you thought.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm gonna be super honest.
Yeah, that's cool.
When the thing was happening, the summer update was being shown, I didn't know what was happening, and then okay, it's happening right now. So I tune in, and I come at the end of the Oro presentation where it's Oro versus Oro, and I was like, I haven't watched Street Fighter since Strive came out, and I was like, it didn't compel me to go back to it. And then I went away because they were talking, and then they were like, "Oh, they're showing Akira." So I go back in and I see the air combos, and I was like, I'm not sure. It doesn't look that crisp, that clean. And then they showed a new character, and I was like, okay, another blondie, a puncher, and I was like, is that it? Mm-hmm. And the initial reaction I got was, we weren't supposed to have an extra season, and I don't think I want it.
Okay,
that's the reaction I had, and I felt bad thinking that.
Fair enough.
I felt really bad thinking
that's
that.
valid.
You know,
and a lot of people share the same sentiment. You know, a lot of people were upset that Makoto wasn't the final reveal. I can tell you, as a Makoto main, I'm not upset at that. I was not expecting her to make it into Street Fighter 4.
Wait, they talked about Makoto?
No, they didn't. But there was a big Makoto for SF5 like thing. There's a lot of people that were excited for that possibility and were hoping that would be the reveal. But to me, as someone who she's literally one of my favorite characters in all of fighting games, and I'm more than good with her not being there, because I'm just like, I was not expecting her to get any love last time around.
Yeah,
we're okay. You know what I mean? Like, anyone who already got, like, Oro never got any love, so I'm glad that Oro made it in now, because he was what we missed out on, you know? And a lot of Third Strike characters that could have come back never did, so I'm glad that these ones did show up in some way, shape, or form. I'm not the kind of person who's like, I love Makoto, so I want her in everything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more than fine with the fact that she came back in the last one, and that was cool. If you had to choose between her and Oro, I'd rather see what they do with modern Oro, which is pretty interesting. As Rival Schools love, I'm also happy about that. I like the fact that, like, again, it's like, so you have to, the other thing too is, like, I noticed that, like, as someone who's a big fucking mark for lore and aesthetics, you know, I'm very surface with a lot of this stuff before I get into, like, gameplay, and I'm also about the gameplay, but, like, I care about the fact that Oro is showing up for the first time since Third Strike, and how his moves are going to be adapted, and what the lore is going to be for his existence, and what new things he can do, and how they're doing him with the juggling of the. I like that stuff. What the remix of his music is going to sound like. I like that Rival Schools is getting you know what I mean? I'm a fanboy of all that old shit.
That's
so
good.
I'm sentimental to that. So it's going to mean a lot to me when I hear the fucking Rival Schools intro theme song playing in the background while she's doing air combos. I'm like, damn, that's sick. I never would have expected to see that. So that feels good to me, and I'm gonna have a thing in my chest about, like, oh yeah, fuck, Rival Schools rules. I really want more of that. And then after that comes, you know, the rest of it. So I've never liked it. Like, Akira's not even one of, like, my mains in that game, but, like, she's one of the best designed characters. Like aesthetically, she's super cool. Like, I understand why they went with her. So I'm just like, yeah, that's a great pick, you know. And then at the end, with this new guy that might be a Captain Commando kid or whatever the case is, like, I'm like, sure, I got no problems with that, you know. And if Street Fighter 6 goes in a direction that is like, I know they said they wanted to make an MMA game, and I don't know whatever happened to that.
Oh wow!
Everyone forgot. It was on the Event Hubs a couple years ago. Ono said that, like, before he left, there was rumors of a fighting game being worked on by Capcom that was realistic, and it was just in the works, and then we never really heard from it again. Yeah. When a new story, especially one that's unconfirmed, comes and goes, I don't expect anyone to remember this shit. But, you know, I kind of look at it the way I was like the way I looked at the reboot news back in the day, when everyone would be like, "Oh shit, we heard that." So anyway, I feel as if, like, maybe that was something. This character might be something, like, related to that. Maybe they were looking at Street Fighter 6 and taking it in a different direction or something. I don't know, but, like, as far as what they're showing off is concerned, I think it's cool. And if there's lore implications with him, like, being tied to Captain Commando, I think that's double cool, you know.
It's cool. It's cool to have Oro back. It's cool to have Rival School, the Rival School fun. Yeah.
And I think, like, as well, and but I also loved Alex when I first saw him as, like, oh shit, new poster boy. That's cool to me, you know. I like the passage of time is dope. So I like all these things. Gameplay wise, I thought what they were doing with Oro was pretty interesting. He's got some wild left-right mix-ups. He's got a lot of the juggles he used to. the only question is just like, how's the damage going to look? Because we know that like you need to melt a life bar with your full resources, otherwise you're not viable, right? So that's how the game is. Walk speed on Akira is pretty nuts. Looks like you're probably gonna have a hard time landing that raw launcher, so I don't know how often that'll occur. But the Daigo setup looks like it's kind of like Armika.
Okay, yeah,
reminds me of Armika a lot with with her V trigger, so could be some fun applications to it. I mean, I don't know. I think this is one of those things where I didn't expect this last season either, but like I think it's cool. I just obviously think it sucks that like the netcode is what it is, and there's not much else to say about that. That Brian F clip I retweeted is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen. It's literally a clip of Brian F going like, yeah, like so. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, I know that the conversation with netcode has been overblown and in a lot of cases disingenuous, because I've played a ton of games today, for example, and I've had not a single hiccup in any one of them. I'd have no problem saying all the matches I've played today have been completely fine. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm literally trying to shill the game. I'm trying to big it up.
Oh, and that's what happened?
Now, right in the middle of the sentence, the match starts lagging out. And he's like, this is ridiculous. Jab, 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 jab.
I didn't see
and
that.
They just back off. It's unbelievable. It's a blessing from the content gods, I believe, as Ultra David put it.
He was trying.
He was in the middle of saying, I think the problem is not even that bad. I had a bunch of good matches today, and then it happened right there. So timing was incredible.
Right on cue. Oh my god.
But regardless of all that, yeah, that's how I feel about it with the reveal.
Yeah.
I saw like everything they announced is pretty cool. Look forward to playing it in an offline environment if possible. And yeah, we'll see what happens with Street Fighter 6,
Yeah.
But I know one thing's for sure, like, yeah, my range for what kind of fighting game character designs I like and what aesthetics I'm into is extraordinarily broad. I have a very wide scope for what I think is cool and what I think is uncool. And I'm very accepting of like style, seriousness, goofiness, weirdness, fun, freaks, all of it. I love that kind of shit. I'm like, I like a lot of it, I'm just like, yeah, I'm down for what I see there. It's not the first time I've like, I'm used to being on the other end of the like, there's some characters where I'm like, yeah, that character is really cool, and everyone's like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm one of the people that unironically likes Bao from King of Fighters, the little boy with the hat.
Yeah.
I think I like Bao. I think he's cool. I'm totally down with it. Like he fucking struggles to throw you, and he goes, eh. It's great. I got no problem with it. Little kid running around doing his thing, whatever. It's fine. Anyway, there's a large gap and a large gulf of designs that I'm accepting of. Do I want Lucky Chloe over Eddie Gordo? No, I don't, and I never will. And that'll be clear. But in the meantime, I'm down for MMA dude. I'm down for MMA girl.
Yep.
I'm down for like anyone that looks like they're from the manga Teppu is more than welcome to show up in a fighting game, because that's a cool thing that I think is underrepresented. How many actual MMA fighter looking, like for example, girl designs do you have in a lot of things these days? I feel like you've got technically Asuka Kazama, you can put in that. A couple of her costumes look a bit like that. And then you've got the new girl from DOA 5, you've got like Mia and stuff, but you don't have a ton of that. You have a lot more traditional martial arts looks or traditional kind of like dress looks or things like that. So like I'm down with anyone who does that, or who looks like the way Cyborg or Ronda Rousey looked when they were getting into the ring to fight. I'm surprised no one's had their fucking hair cornrowed up.
Yeah.
Because we were not going to have it get pulled. I'm surprised there hasn't been a character design with that kind of aesthetic so far, So, yeah. All that shit's fine in my book. And there you go. Solidus, you can clip that. That's my opinions on Luke and the new Street Fighter content. Directly influenced through the stream to you.